I grew up with two deaf parents in New Hampshire. My first language was ASL, signing. I was 6 months old and saying milk for food. So I picked up at a very young age that my parents were deaf and I was not. When I graduated, I knew I wanted to work with Sprint Relay. I've been around Sprint Relay products my whole life. It affects me because if I didn't have it, I couldn't talk with my parents. I couldn't communicate with them.
In 1990, when Title IV of the Americans with Disabilities Act came into effect, Sprint responded with both compliance and innovation. Sprint Relay is a telephone service that allows persons with hearing loss or speech disabilities to place and receive telephone calls.
Sprint got into the business, become the primary market share provider, and since then we've expanded into wireless mobility as well as internet services. It's become a really nice value add to the corporation as you look at servicing the entire population. Sprint Relay has helped Sprint as a corporation to comply with state and federal laws as well as just the general need to provide equal access. With the recent advent of our CapTel products and services, we're now reaching out to 30+ million people with hearing aids, people who lose hearing later in life.
Sprint CapTel enhances the user experience by allowing them to read everything the caller is saying, like captions on a TV, on their wired line or wireless phone.
Just recently, I've had to deal with a medical procedure and insurance, talking to the clinic, talking to lawyers. It's very difficult when you can't hear what's being said. The phone has been the absolute godsend to me.
The opportunities for growth for the relay business are really expanding beyond just the domestic relay business. We also provide services to New Zealand. When you really stop and think about the value add that Sprint Relay brings to the company as a social corporate responsibility solution, but more importantly, the difference it makes in the quality of life of the community, of the consumer, and how those relationships can be strengthened through those solutions, it's just amazing.